Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Hello, such a pleasure to be here once again. For starters, apologies for coming on board a little bit behind schedule. This is on record where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. We are live on YouTube and on X. I am Vivian Uguche. Yes, my producer is distracting me, so I almost said something else. I am Vivian Uguche. Well, and my producer is Vincent John Bosco. Well, on the program, we discuss the actions of government, ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as business and health affairs that shape our world view. The program also encapsulates personalities and institutions that make decisions that affect the lives of people one way or the other. And then we also avail you, our listeners, the opportunity to call in and make your contributions. Now, in the wake of Nigeria's burgeoning digital landscape, e-governance has emerged as a vital tool for revolutionizing the country's governance architecture. As a nation grapples with the complexities of corruption, inefficiency, and limited citizen engagement, the strategic deployment of technology in governance holds immense promise for transforming the way government interacts with citizens, enhance public service delivery, and fostering transparency and accountability. And against this backdrop, we shall be having this discussion in depth. Now, the adoption of e-governance in Nigeria presents a unique opportunity to leapfrog traditional governance hurdles and propel the nation towards a more inclusive, responsive, and accountable paradigm. Now, the phone line is open. It is 0700 1021 1021. Let me take that again, 0700 1021 1021. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0907 224 5018. I take that again, 0907 224-5018. We are live on YouTube, High Impact 102.1 FM, and on X at High Impact 102.1 FM. We'll take a breather now. When we return, the show continues.
On record.
Every word matters.
Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be here.
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity. Let's help you take it high
and out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios, the future.
High Impact.
Well, welcome back. This is On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. We are live on YouTube, High Impact 102.1 FM, and on X at High Impact 102.1 FM. Now, to join the conversation, you can call 0700 1021 1021, 0700 1021 1021, or you can send WhatsApp messages to 0907 224 5018. 0907 224 5018. Now we will be talking about e-governance in Nigeria, leveraging technology for transparency and accountability. And joining us right now is Dr. Kayode Adedayo. He is a socio-political technocrat. It's so good to have you on board this morning, Doctor. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. It's glad being with you this Monday morning.
Whoa, I like the vibe. So let's hit the ground running, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you Oh, fantastic, Doctor. What do you think are the most significant benefits of implementing e-governance in Nigeria?
Okay. Let me start by explaining to viewers, to listeners, what e-government is. E-government has to do with technology, whereby you call it government through electronic means. That is to say, issues, whichever way it is, happening within the environment, within the territorial integrity of that government, is being electronically, 1, recorded, 2, evaluated, and 3, profiling of solutions. I think we all hear about AI these days. You see people talking about AI here and there and all that.
Yeah.
Now, e-government is supposed to exhibit transparency and efficiency all over the world. But the question is that what we are experiencing in Nigeria? Is that what we are experiencing in Nigeria? I'll give you some instances. Look at our NNPC compared to Aramco oil in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Are they? Can you put them on the same pedestal? Aramco will tell you how much of crude oil were explored even 20 years ago, and they also tell you how much of that will be explored in another 20 years.
Yeah.
The one we're exploring now, we don't even know. Do we know how much money we are getting from our crude oil exploration? No. Do we know even the importation, the one that we import, PMS, diesel, aviation fuel, and all that? Can we have a record, a proper record of it? Do we also have record of our consumption per day? Aramco will tell you consumption of PMS in Saudi Arabia even every minute. Here we can't even say per day.
Yeah.
That is that. Look at the mining of our goods. Of recent, the president and Alake, they were celebrating that we are now making our gold into blocks and all that. Now, do they even have the record? Because even at the inception of this government, this government invested billions of naira towards understanding our level of exploration of mineral resources. Can we access the information? Of recent, the president bought a new aircraft at 150 billion. Okay, do we have the record of where that money was sourced from? Do we have the record? Because we're meant to believe that it was not part of the budget. And if you are going into such a thing, you have to pass through the National Assembly.
Yeah.
Why did you not pass through the National Assembly?
$1 billion question. Yes.
Wait now, of recent. People were asking questions from was it revenue allocation, whatever. How much the National Assembly members are earning? The DG then said, yes, it's a 1 point something million or whatever. But another legislator who is presently there said, no, we are earning so much. And another one that have been there before said, no, even when I was there not in the 8th assembly, this is how much I was earning per month. So, how far has e-government been making government in Nigeria to be efficient and transparent? I was just reading before your call came in. SEPA, 1 million SEPA is now 2.8 million naira. Meanwhile, 10 years ago, it was 3 SEPA to 1 naira. And I ask the question on that platform: what is it that Cotonou is producing far more than Nigeria, that is now making their own currency to be stronger than that of Nigeria? I now said sure. I had a sure.
You know, you just opened
because
it. Yeah.
Because what we have been, you know what?
I said you just opened a can of worms, you know, because what I hear you say, what I hear you saying,
you have started this now by bringing this topic. You started this.
What I hear you say in a nutshell is that e-governance fosters transparency and accountability, right?
It's supposed to.
Okay, so let me draw your attention back to crude oil. You talked about Aramco. You made comparisons between Aramco, Saudi Arabia, and the NNPCL in Nigeria here. Let's talk a little bit about crude oil theft. In Saudi Arabia, it has been minimized to the barest minimum, or it has been brought to the barest minimum, right? And they've leveraged heavily on technology. But that doesn't seem to be the case in Nigeria. It has become a hydra-headed problem for us here, talking about crude oil theft. It is not rocket science. It is, Doctor. Is it?
You see, no, it is not. And I will tell you this. It is not that concept that is now a hydra-headed problem. Rather, the leadership are the one causing it. And if you go back and search for one of my papers that I said connivance of the leadership, I said bewilders a nation, Nigeria, the connivance of the leadership against its people. Connivance of its leadership against its people. We are witnessing this because the whole leadership, when I'm talking of the whole leadership, inclusive of political, religious, traditional, economic, social. They are, all of them are conniving. Because all these big religious names, maybe all these leaders, they attend their churches and their mosques now. So they want to tell me that they don't know what is happening. The economic leaders of the banks, commerce and industries, if they want to say they don't know what is happening, they know. But because they want to perpetually keep the people tied to their apron, so that we will not be able to challenge them. That is Machiavellian style, Machiavellian theory, and that of Leninism. Because when we are not well fed, we are not well accommodated, we can't get adequate health services. Children cannot go to school. Then it will become a problem for the people to be looking at than checking what they are doing in government. And that is why go to the National Assembly. You will see children of former leaders there. They are not there as compensation for their fathers. And they know nothing. Know nothing. Go and check out their contributions. Nothing. Nothing. And then you are now saying e-government will bring about to Nigerians.
In fact, Doctor, let me come in here. You wrote
let me give you another instance. Sorry, let me quickly give you another instance here.
Okay.
Look at our last election. It's part of government now. INEC is part of government. I was talking about electronic transfer. That is electronic. That is where that it comes from. Electronic transfer.
Yes.
And look at what happened at the end of the day. Glitch. Look at some of the results that were transferred. You cannot even read them because they brought them to the Supreme Court. You cannot even read them. Some other pictures of irrelevant things. So these are issues. If government that is supposed to bring transparency and efficiency in a better class is rather giving us fraud and deceitful issues.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because you talked about you talked about the paper you wrote earlier on, connivance against the people. Connivance
of the leadership
against the people. It re-echoes what we read out on our sister channel, High Impact TV, this morning. It was one of the headlines on the national dailies where the DG WTO Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala said that politicians in Nigeria are weaponizing insecurity. So let's talk about CCTV and the use of technology in Nigeria to fight insecurity.
Be more audible. You are a bit far from the.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes.
Okonjo-Iweala had said earlier on today, it was in in the newspapers today. She said politicians in Nigeria are weaponizing insecurity.
Yes, I read that one yesterday. Online.
Okay.
I read it online yesterday.
Fantastic. So I was going to draw your mind to the use of CCTV, the use of technology to fight insecurity in the country. How well do you think Nigeria has done in this area?
Yes, two things now. Weaponizing of what do I call it?
Insecurity.
Now? No. No, there are two things.
Oh, okay.
Weaponizing of insecurity. Then weaponizing of penury. How? Let us go to what Lenin said about turning the people to chicken so that they can control them. If I pick a live chicken, make it suffer by removing all the feathers alive. When you remove the feathers of the chicken alive, what do you think will happen to that healthy chicken? It will become so weak.
I don't want to even imagine this scene.
Yes, when you now drop a corn on the floor, It will quickly take it so that it can become stronger. Keep on dropping it, it will be following you. That is an analogy. Why they are weaponizing poverty? Yeah, poverty. That's why they are weaponizing poverty. So that I can bet you. Let me predict this. Let me predict this. That when election is now coming, you will see that number one, price of petrol will come down. Number two, inflation will also come down. And then people will not be able to buy food here and there. Number three, that they will pump out a lot of money. Now, why is that so easy? People are now agitating.
Doctor, can you hold your thought? This particular point you're making, I would love for you to make it. But we need to quickly take a short break. When we come back, I would need for you to continue from this particular point. Is that okay with you, sir?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. All right. All right, thank you so much. We'll be right back after this short break, guys. Stay with us.
On record.
Tease your taste buds from a world of delectable choices. High Impact Planet. Fun just got real.
Welcome back. The show is on record where every word matters. My name is Vivian Oguche, and at the moment we are joined live by Dr. Kayode Adedayo. He is a socio-political technocrat, and we've been talking about how Nigeria can leverage heavily on e-governance in order to enhance transparency and accountability. Doctor, thank you for joining us once again.
Yes, as I was saying.
Yes.
Weaponizing poverty.
Mm-hmm.
Now they will bring that money and they will make life to be a bit easier for the people. Why? Because they're now looking for their votes. But mark you, the moment they know they don't look for your vote again, they will go back to where you are left. That is why they are weaponizing poverty. Let's go back to weaponizing insecurity. Go and look at those areas that are now being faced with such. You're going to see the amount of mineral resources that are coming out of those villages. Now, the tactic is this. They will come in with a lot of marauders to cause issues, and all the villagers will now be moved to IDP camps. When they are out of the place, then the supposed owners, that is those that want the mineral resources there, will come in. We have had in this country before where they said they were using aircraft to drop utilities in forest.
Mm-hmm.
So is it you or I that were doing that? Why were they not arrested? When you have seen them, why were they not arrested? We are in this country whereby known kidnappers, terrorists were being tobagged in a village, and you have security agents there attending the tobagging. And even the person came in with about 300 motorcycles to that of army. Why were they not arrested? So Okoji-Iweala is saying the obvious. But the question is, will they listen? They will not. Because as much as they are achieving their aims, now tell me, economic leaders, religious leaders, traditional leaders, are they not also hearing this? Are they not seeing this? What have they done? These are people that control the critical population of this country that are supposed to go to this place and tell government the truth. But are they doing that? Can you imagine the number of critical population that attend churches every Sunday? That attends mosque every Friday? Can you imagine that? If we can stand up as one, dropping our primordial differences, and then speak as one voice. For goodness sake, I don't know whether you are following the American America's democratic dispensation, the campaign.
Yeah.
Have you seen them talking about this is where Trump comes from, or where Kamala Harris comes from? Have you heard anybody talking about their religion?
Yeah,
or
but
whatever?
but doctor, let me hold you to that. Let me hold you. Once upon a time, Trump. No, doctor. No, let's talk about this. Once upon a time, Trump was pointing fingers at Barack Obama for being a black man, and he went to dig out his ancestry. Trump did that, so it's not as if those people are saints or there are angels from heaven. But I want us. Yes, please.
Let us look at it from this perspective.
Okay.
Let us look at it from this perspective. Their own narrative of being a black man, is different from our own tribal sentiment here.
Okay, yeah.
They are talking the same thing for America to continue to be what it is. This land belongs to us. They know what we Africans are.
Doctor, you're wrapping up now.
They know what we Africans are.
You have 30 seconds.
Yes, they know what we Africans are. Go and look at what is happening there. But anyway, that is not our point of discussion for today.
Make your recommendations.
We don't lose our time.
Yes, please make your recommendations. Yes. In 30 seconds. Recommendations. What should we do as Nigerians to leverage on e-governance? Yes.
What we should do as a Nigerian is, I will put this in my quote.
Okay.
A people that refuses to emancipate itself from the claws of these Machiavellian and wicked leaders,
wow,
will perpetually be emaciated by their obscene policy.
You remind me of a song by Bob Marley, and I know the late Magic Fashek also did.
Emancipation.
Yes, redemptions. Yeah, that is it. On that, that's redemption song. Doctor, you're also a singer, but
why we stand aside and know? Some say it's just part of it. We got to fulfill the book.
Won't you help me sing? Yes, can we wrap it up, Doctor? Thank you so much. Yes.
Redemption. Let Nigerians go and listen to that track.
Yes, I agree.
We know that we need to emancipate ourselves.
Thank you so much.
Of this wickedness.
Thank you
very much for having me. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Doctor. So I have been speaking with Dr. Kayode Adedayo, sociopolitical technocrat, and we've been talking about e-governance in Nigeria, leveraging technology for transparency and accountability. I want to say thank you to my producer and to everybody that contributed to making the show a great success. That includes a pretty lady here called Tolu. Until I come your way again, my name is Vivian Oguche. Have yourself a fantastic year ahead. Bye.